Welcome to the Interview Podcast, the voice of InterCT. So, welcome to episode 4 of the interview. As you could tell, this isn't James Doig. This is Leon here. And we have a special guest today. We have Ashley Kaufman, InterCT's female coach extraordinaire. And of course, we got Marty as well. Hi, guys. How you doing?
Hello. I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all. I thought I was a special guest. Welcome, Ashley, of course.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
So we ask every time, what's everyone doing? And I know we've had some webinars as well, and we've been continuing with the online platforms. And I know, Ashley, you've been doing a lot of stuff with the 06 girls and the 08 girls, your teams. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you're doing?
Yeah, of course. With both groups, we have multiple Zoom sessions where we just cover what they're doing daily, as well as the weekly tasks. And then we do ball and fitness workouts with them. In there, I send them sessions that they need to do for homework. I have them record them. Primarily for the older girls, I have them send me the video of their workout so I know what they're doing. And I also kind of break it down and give them feedback. For the younger girls, I just have them record what they're doing, and then they send me a snapshot of their diary of what they're doing. So the parents have been really involved with helping me out with that. The older girls also have an Instagram, so if anyone wants to follow it, they're welcome to. The girls have really been involved with that, sending me, motivational Monday quotes and takeover Tuesdays. And then we have, for each day of the month, we have a player. So today was number 4, Kira. So they've been really involved with that.
And I know they were instrumental in the toilet roll challenge right here early on, weren't they?
Oh yeah, they love that. They enjoy that. They love that TikTok stuff. I don't know how to use it, but they really enjoyed the dance.
I'm showing my age. I don't even know really about TikTok. Instagram was a push for me, but yeah, showing me age definitely. But so how are you finding with the girls there with the video work that they're sending? Like they're just sending like 30-second snaps to you.
So for well, obviously it's tough for the younger girls to send that stuff just because they don't really have cell phones, and the access is limited to the internet for them. The older girls, I have them send like 1 minute to 2 minutes clips of their workout. Sometimes, depending on the length of the workout, I might have them send me the full, 5 to 10 minutes, and just give them feedback on it. Stay on your toes, or how come I only see you use your right foot? It's a good time to start working on your left.
Mm-hmm. I'm finding this video work is actually very good, just for breaking down some of the basics for stuff like that. But Marty, I realize I'm talking to Ashley, right? And for those people that don't know, we haven't really introduced her, have we?
Yeah, fair point. Yeah. We're very happy to have her, Ashley. Where did I meet you? I met you, Ashley. Was it at a recruiting somewhere when you were at Washington and Lee?
2000 and I think it's the summer of 2015 or 16 at the exact soccer camps in North Branch.
That's where it was. Yeah, that's where it was. Yeah. And you were at Washington and Lee University, and then ultimately you came and joined the staff with myself and Todd and Rudy at Yale.
Yes. Yep. I think you gave me a pair of gloves and I rocked them out.
That's it. Yeah. Love the L1 gloves. Yeah, and I think Ashley and myself, we stayed connected after we first met, and an opportunity came up on the coaching staff at Yale. And Ashley's a Connecticut resident, right? You're born and raised here?
Not born here, but raised here in Enfield, Connecticut.
Where were you born?
I was born in Oahu, Hawaii.
No.
Yes, my dad was in the Navy, so.
What? Oh, wow, that's cool. Wow, that's.
We didn't know that. We could have a
fun fact right there.
There you go. Wow.
But there must be a tournament we must we had to go to in Hawaii or something, right?
That'd be great.
Head back home,
or just go to Hawaii. But yeah, so Ashley came and get involved with the staff at Yale, and we kind of just started off. We had a pretty decent friendship right from the start, right? And then it was, she coached in a club circuit in Connecticut, and whenever the opportunity I think it started off with our desire to grow our girls program and therefore have somebody in the club who could kind of run with it and lead it, and then bring somebody in who could be like a development of girls soccer for then Everton, but now Inter Connecticut, and Ashley was a perfect fit. Was coaching at another club, and we swiped her, stole her.
No, it's fantastic. And then I think it was very important to us, and this is a topic that we can get onto as well, is like the importance of having a female role model for the girls as well. We could probably debate whether with female coaches coaching men coaching female players, and the pros and cons to everything. But I think particularly with Ashley, it's the female role model for the ladies that we've had playing with us. I think is instrumental to the growth of our program.
Yeah, no, we've had good people in before, right? Freya, who's now in New Jersey Sky Blues, and Leanne, who's at Downtown United. But like those two, I think what Ashley brings isn't just being a female role model. She's an excellent coach as well, and it's like we could bring in any female, I suppose, as a role model. But we're lucky with Ashley that she actually does a really good job on the field with her teams and is as engaging as she is with them, because based on what she said earlier on, the stuff that she's doing now in this downtime. So yeah, all right, let's stop making Ashley's ego swell here.
I know, my head feels like thick right now.
It's no, we're very thankful to have you on board. That's for sure.
Yeah, of course. But you know what though? I think I have the girls that I work with are awesome. I'm blessed to have two teams, that listen, that are working hard, and I think that also balance everything out. I mean, that connection is there because they're willing to trust me, and the parents trust me too. So I think that has a lot to do with that.
So with that then, Ashley, what you're playing wise, where were you playing, and have you had female coaches, male coaches along the way?
I had two. So I had one when I played at Oakwood in my club soccer days, and then my college coach actually was a female, and those are the only two that I've had. Definitely different coaching styles for sure, but also at the same time they pushed to be a better player, and they were strict and they were hard. But I think there you get a little bit more love from the female coach. It's just a different connection.
And Marty, I know you've coached both male and female.
Yeah. At club, whenever I was at CFC, I coached girls' teams, and obviously now I coach the boys' teams here. And at the collegiate level, I've coached in both men's and women's soccer, with Coast Guard Academy. Fordham, trying to think what else. Quinnipiac, I coached men's soccer, but at Quinnipiac I also coached the girls' goalkeepers, and then there was Iona, Long Island University in Yale. So, yeah, loads of experience doing both. And listen, I think you have to just have a trusting relationship between you and your players, as I actually said, because I've seen people go in the environments where, it's a male coach coaching a female team, and it's just they're set in their ways, and it's a little bit and there's no flexibility, and I see that break down quite significantly. What is refreshing to see is some of the female coaches that are stepping onto the men's game right now. I think it's a new team in San Diego, right? That's run by Landon. Is it Landon Donovan? He's the general manager, and the head coach is a female. So I think, listen, as the game evolves, and as the women's game's always been strong in America, but there's a real push for female coaches, and the standard of coaching across the board, including female coaches, is higher now than it has ever been, which is represented in top jobs at colleges and top jobs at national levels, and women stepping into the men's side of it and doing a real good job. I think the head coach at NYU men's soccer is a female.
Yep.
If I'm correct. But yeah, so it's, isn't it, the Ashley's point, sometimes it's not about your gender or personality. Sometimes it's about actually just being a coach and knowing how to coach people and knowing how to relate to your environment in your group, whether it is collegiate players or whether it is youth players, and just kind of earning that respect,
I think you've hit the nail on the head there. It's, there's all sorts of, in this time we've been talking to different coaches and, everyone's got different opinions on things. But I think the secret to any good coach, young, old, male, female, is knowing your audience and being able to relate to them. We've seen female coaches that can't relate to the boys, and we've seen, like you said, there's male coaches that can't relate to the females. But I think the secret with any coach is kind of get a feel for your audience and adapting as necessary. If it does need the extra, sternness with a group, then so be it. And I'm talking male or female, because sometimes, I know with my high school girls program, you need to be stern with them as well. We're not just saying that, you've got to take a softly approach with the females at all.
Yeah.
But it's knowing the audience.
Well, this past fall season at LIU with O'Leary was the first time I actually worked in the collegiate game as an assistant underneath a female head coach. And O'Leary Earnshaw, who's now the assistant coach at Fordham, good friend of mine, really knowledgeable coach, a great tactician, delivers a really good session. The nicest person you'll ever see. And I thought, no, okay, let's see how she manages a group. I talk about stern, professional and stern. She had them like wrapped around her finger. Like they couldn't, the girls listened to everything she said. She was very, very good. So it's, I've also seen her coach at the youth level where she's caring and she's endearing. So it's like, you're right. It's your environment. Can you manage your environment, and can you adapt to whatever environment you are? I've seen her as an assistant coach and thought, I wonder how she manages a group as a head coach. But she really, really impressed me, and she did.
That's great. Now, seeing as you were both in the collegiate game and with the females there, and talking to another coach really about the differences between the male and female recruitment times, and I want to see if we can have some takeaways here. Any advice, Ashley and Marty, with regards to girls in our program, girls in other programs, with regards to college recruitment, knowing that, am I right that the females tend to get recruited a little bit earlier than the males?
Well, it used to be significantly earlier, but they've implemented some strategies and rules to make sure that doesn't happen. But I think from an advice perspective, and even being a college coach, sometimes you're enlightened by outside information. The webinar we had last week or the week before about college recruitment was quite good. So, they provided that timeline of as a freshman, what you should be doing, maybe getting to an ID clinic or connecting with coaches to get that experience. And then as a sophomore, maybe starting to kind of itemize your schools and narrow it down, and getting to a couple more specific clinics before getting into your junior year, where you're getting seen 2 or 3 times by a couple of coaches from a couple of schools you want to be recruited by, So I think that the timeline that Soccer Spotlight gave us was quite good.
Anything on that, Ash, with regards to?
Yeah, no, I agree with what Marty's saying. I mean, I don't think there's. I think it does. The earlier is okay. I think getting in front of coaches and getting your name out there with them. I know from with me, I want the girls to get as much experience in front of head coaches and get the understanding of what they're looking for, and each coach is different. So
you actually brought. I thought what you did was good. Actually, when you brought Manya and to kind of watch the girls practice, that was a good experience for our girls. Instead of actually having our girls go to ID clinics, bringing head coaches to see them practice.
Yeah, it was a good experience for the girls, but also Manya said the environment that the girls were in was awesome, and that's what she likes to see is the kids working hard, but also having fun and being athletes.
I think that's important as well. Just we talk about exposure. I could see the nervousness in our girls right early on, and like man, you wouldn't hurt a fly. But she's you see how the girls were all nervous, but like that's what it's going to be like if you are going to be at an ID clinic, or if you are playing in a game that's that you've written to a coach and you know that coach is going to come and watch you. It's important that you don't freeze in that. And I think the way that you don't freeze is to be in that environment more often.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's not, and it was funny because we talking to the girls and it's like, this is one coach. Imagine when you go to an ID camp, you're going to be in front of like 10 to 20 coaches. So, get ready. So.
Definitely. Now, Ashley, you're a goalkeeper, part of the goalkeeper union. With Marty and now we got rid of James. We can see that.
Poor doggy.
Now, with the there's certainly been in this last World Cup as well. We see the emergence of the female goalkeeper, more so than any other World Cup, and we see the quality there. Where just in the technique and the power, right from the kicking and the parries and the leaps to get over players for crosses. In your time, because you're getting on a bit, you're not a teenager anymore, but in your time, what have you seen as the biggest progression really from the female goalkeepers?
It's it's not just about athleticism anymore. It's about technique. It's about proper form now. And I see, that vertical jump is there, more power behind everything. A lot more goalkeepers are really good with their feet. There wasn't playing back and playing out wide to your outside backs. It was kicking the ball along. And now you see the goalkeepers are awesome with their feet, trapping it with their chest, bringing it down.
Well, Leon alluded to you not being a spring chicken from a goalkeeping perspective anymore. Actually, Leon and I remember the days when you could pass back to the goalkeeper and you could pick it up.
Oh my God, yes.
That was like, I don't even know if you were born then.
Yes.
I must look and to see where that rule actually changed, because I remember watching games where the goalkeeper would throw it to the centre back. The centre back would get a little bit of pressure. The centre back would pass it back to the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper would pick it up.
I think it was. This will be a trivia. I think it was 92.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where even the pros got found out that time. It's. But you see, even with the US, Brianna Scurry. We've gone through the list now. Brianna Scurry, and then obviously the Hope Solo era, and she was a role model to so many of the girls that were playing, and that's why I think we've seen an emergence of female goalkeepers in the US. Any thoughts on the next goalkeeper that's going to stamp their authority?
No. Marty,
I wonder who's coming through. I think whoever does come through, I think that the evolution of the goalkeeper is now real game understanding, right? It's gone from being like super athletic and being a shot stopper and being a presence, to then being like super composed and athletic and being able to come off your line and being able to play with your feet. And now it's like real kind of like game understanding, how to manipulate the opposition, how to start attacks, how to start a counter attack. Picking the right decision at the right time, and there's some really good goalkeepers out there at the minute.
Well, we're talking about goalkeepers. We do have a little special event coming up with into Connecticut, and it's through our glove sponsors, L1 Goalkeeper. Both goalkeepers that we're going to be talking to on Saturday wear the gloves. Do you want to talk a bit more about the special webinar that we got, Marty?
Yeah, so 12:30 this Saturday. There's a webinar that's registration based, right? So you got to check the social media, and I think we'll be sending out an email blast this week to register for it. And it's Ariana Crisione, who is an American-born goalkeeper, Italian heritage, graduated at Boston College, and went to play in Europe, played in Sweden, played in Italy, played in Holland, and now is the head of women's development at Paris Saint-Germain, as well as one of the first-team goalkeepers at PSG. And I met Ariana. Geez, I want to say 2003. When she was playing for the Boston Renegades, and I was a goalkeeper coach for the Boston Renegades. And we've kept in contact ever since. You know, she consider her a pretty good friend. She's done real good stuff in the world of women's soccer. So she's going to join us. She's in high demand because of her role at PSG and her role in women's development soccer, you know, not just for goalkeepers, but in general. And then Sydney Schneider, who you and I, Leon, have had the pleasure of meeting whenever we were invited down to the training camp for the Jamaican national team. The Jamaican national team. Yeah. the Jamaican national team took our gloves on board and made it, provided our gloves to their goalkeepers for the World Cup, you know, which was nice. And then she goes and saves a penalty against Brazil, which is even nicer. But yeah, two great people, two goalkeepers, obviously. But no, it's a talk about the pathway for all players in the women's game and the female game. So it's going to be interesting.
Oh, excellent. So Inter-CT players will get an email about that?
Yeah, so we'll send it a blast to the whole club. And listen, it's two female players, but two players that have gone through the collegiate pathway and one player that's now in the pro pathway. And I know Sydney wants to step into the pro game as well. So for both young female and young male athletes, it's going to be a really good advice with regards to experiences and mindset and standards that players set on themselves. And we're going to ask them about the standards that their coaches at college and the coaches at Paris Saint-Germain and I think it was PSV Eindhoven and all that good stuff and at the clubs that they've been at set on them, you know. So it's going to be a real all-encompassing interview type webinar thing. I think it's our first real legit one, you know, where we're doing a webinar with guests. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to the information they give to everybody, you know, and it's, you know, with the email that goes out, we'll be asking people to send us any kind of questions and all that good stuff. So we can pose any questions and dedicate some time to a question and answer session with the girls. Excellent. You know, but it's a pleasure when you get to talk to anybody that's, you know, one's played in the Champions League and one's played in the World Cup. Yeah. Oh, double whammy.
Look forward to on Saturday. I'm just going to wrap up here with, with both of you there and myself, just really talk about any aspirations we have now with the Inter-CT female program. I know Ashley's done such a great job with the 8s and the 6s. Just like as we move into next year, talk about maybe, you know, some of the benefits of being with Inter-CT in the girls program.
Yeah, I'm happy to talk kind of like broadly and allow you actually to jump in there and go specific, you know. But, you know, I think at Everett in America, once upon a time, we had a pretty strong girls program. And for one reason or another, it faded a little bit. You know, I think the goal for us, Leon, since you and I have kind of taken over and we've rebranded, and now it's Inter Connecticut is the re-energize and Phoenix from the ashes type thing with the girls program. And I think that the short-term goal, right, because we need to have goals, is to get it as effective as our boys program, right? The seniors this year, I think 50% of the seniors of the 18 seniors, there's now 9 already that are already committed to college and 2 or 3 more that are going through navigating that process. Some that could play college soccer but won't because they're choosing academics over soccer, which is totally fine. And act encouraged, you know. But, you know, we want to get to a point where we get girls programs and girls teams and a full arsenal of girls teams that are competing at a really high level, you know. And that's why we brought Ashley in to kind of, you know, utilize her strengths. 1 as a coach, 2 as a character, and then 3 she's a hardworking SOB.
I like to think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, no pressure, Ash. No, I know we've got a lot of exciting stuff with we've got the evaluations that we're really starting to push that we had last year. We got the video work as well, haven't we? That all the girls are going to be have their video analysis of the games, etc., etc. And
yeah, all the girls that are entering the high school division will get the Beyond Pulse heart rate monitors next year. So they're on a par with the boys, right? It used to be that the girls until last year were a little bit kind of taken for granted, but no longer. That's no longer the case. It's like, let's go. Let's get the standard raised and get the teams in and get the coaches in to make sure that our players are competing at the top level and pushing and getting college coaches to come chase them as opposed to going chasing college coaches.
And for you, Ashley, as the coach, like, what kind of players are you looking for that are going to help move the team forward and help move the club forward?
Well, I want, it's the love of the game, right? We want players that actually love the game, not that are there just to be there, but love the game, that want to be teach, that, want to be coached, that want to win, the will to win, and they'll do whatever it takes, but they'll have fun and they'll work hard to do it. I think Inter brings that family setting, and I think that the parents and the kids and the girls that are in the program love that. I think that's a big piece, that community feel. They just don't know me. They know you guys. They know, they know some of the younger girls teams, they know more than just me. And I think that brings a lot to the program. So anyone that wants to have fun but work hard and win, come see us.
Yes.
Come on, Brian.
I think the key here is, we do the hard work of making players better. It's you don't have to be the finished article. Like you said, Ashley, it's just that will to want to get better and love of the game, which is so important. Because if you don't play the game, you don't want to come to practice, right? So
I'm going to ask that question, Leon, to the two guests we have this weekend. I'm going to ask Ariana and Sydney Schneider, are you the finished article? And I guarantee you know their answer. They're going to say no.
Yeah.
There's so much more to give. Even like Ariana, who's taken some time off and come back to play for Paris Saint-Germain, I'm sure she knows that she can improve her game. Sydney Schneider, who wants to go and be a pro, knows she's got to improve her game. So there's I think the saddest thing about soccer is there's never a finished article in the game, right? It's like, there's always something you look back on and think, oh, I could have done that a little bit better. Yeah. So it's like we want people with that drive and motivation to kind of come in and improve and develop short, medium, and long term.
Well, in the words of James Doig, fantastic.
Hey.
Leon, often. I'm going to tell you, we just started this off, didn't we, as just a quick message to some of our parents, and it's evolved so far, so good. There's 4 Mondays in a row we've gone, and then we've had we've got Ashley now as part of the Three Musketeers, and let's see if we can continue and see what happens next week. But Ashley, I want to say thank you for giving up your Monday.
Cheers, Ash.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
All right, guys, take care, and I'll speak to you soon.
Peace.
Bye-bye.